I'm Joe Crea, and I'm with USGBC. I'm here with Beth Heider, Chief Sustainability Officer for Skanska, a global development and construction company, and also a platinum level member of USGBC. Beth, welcome.
It's great to be here. Good to see you, Joe.
Thank you. Can you talk to us a little bit about your longstanding work with USGBC and our partnership?
Yeah, sure. Skanska has been a member of USGBC since 2000, so for a while. We had an opportunity early days to build some of the first LEED projects. I think that largely it was because in the beginning, Skanska is a Swedish construction company, and so the US market figured that we had better bona fides. Of course, we're a Swedish company, we should know how to build green. We were just figuring it out like everybody else. But LEED and USGBC gave us a language. You gave us a metric. So we started there. We, of course, had a closer relationship, certainly I did, with USGBC because I served on your board of directors for 6 years. And so for me, it's great to be back to Greenbuild because I'm surrounded by my USGBC family. It's like old home week.
Well, we're delighted to have you.
But even today, we're actually working with USGBC as our sustainable business partner. So Mahesh and the amazing Pratik and Margot Street as well are working with us to develop a system that we can use to advise our clients so they understand how their projects stack up from a green standpoint within the context of their local market. Construction is a local business, and so this will provide our clients with market intelligence. It will also provide us an engagement tool internally. And meanwhile, out of the back end of this engagement and education tool, we'll have an opportunity to have reliable and accountable reporting back to Skanska AB, our parent company in Sweden. And after VW, we all know how important it is to have accurate, reliable reporting.
Right, absolutely. You've been involved in LEED for quite some time, from the beginning. Talk to me about its evolution and kind of what it's meant to you and what it currently means.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, LEED provided us with a language. Before that, we didn't have any way to express what we were doing. And so in fact, we were doing some really good stuff. We just didn't have a way to express it. So that has been really important. And then of course, over time, LEED continues to raise the ceiling while the codes raise the floor. And so now we're working on projects under LEED version 4, which are more challenging, but they are making the change we need. Because as buildings become progressively more energy efficient, if we fill them full of noxious materials, then we're creating a perfect gas chamber. I quote Rick Fedrizzi on that one. But the beautiful thing about LEED version 4 is that it pays really a broad attention to not only the container, but what's inside the building, the materials as well. And I think those credits are really important. While I was on the board, we had some real challenges with version 4 going through the balloting period and the chemistry industry not being really on board with it. So I think one of the things about LEED and USGBC that I think is just stunning is that they've been able to develop a really constructive working relationship with the American Chemistry Council, working toward green chemistry, working toward building materials that are going to be safer and healthier for the future.
Are there any new innovations or products that Skanska has unveiled this year that you're particularly proud of?
Well, we are working on just solutions at a district scale. One of my key partners in crime, John Koster, is working on district scale solutions, so going beyond the drip line of the building to see how they connect. He's also working on some new technology that can actually capture carbon out of the exhaust stream and create aggregate that can become a building material. So here you're looking at solutions that go beyond less bad to actually being carbon negative.
Harnessing carbon for actual good.
For good, exactly.
Wow. What's on the horizon for 2016 with Skanska?
Well, I would like to say what's on the horizon for Skanska for 2020, because we have just rolled out our 2020 business plan. And we believe that you really have to have a long-term view. Certainly we know from USGBC's experience, transformation, even a really wonderful revolution that we're doing in partnership with USGBC, it does take some time. So across the arc of our 2020 business plan, we've committed to build for a better society. And so we're focusing not only on green aspects, but community engagements, the social part of the agenda, and setting, I think, fairly ambitious goals for ourselves in terms of raising the bar, not only on how we build, but what we build.
Many of our younger viewers are very interested in having careers in sustainability, and you've been an inspiration to many people. What advice do you have for them?
I think just be creative, be opportunistic. My entire career, I started as an architect. I worked as a consultant before I came into construction, and I've always looked for opportunities to do the things that may be more challenging, more difficult, maybe not mainstream. So look for those opportunities. Also keep your eyes open to emerging trends and explore how those trends and the unique skill sets that as a younger employee you bring to the table can advance what you're doing. My assistant, and I do that in quotes because sometimes I feel like Emily is my boss, is a millennial. And I learn as much from her. She turbocharges the work that we do as a company in a way that really would be impossible for me without her help. And that goes across the organization to great ideas that pop up everywhere. So I look at mentoring as not being unidirectional. It's a dialogue. And I find that I learn as much from my millennial friends as I'm certain that they do from me.
Thank you so much for the time today.
Thank you.